Okay, hola, first and second graders. We are doing science. Everyone please turn off your microphone. Please turn off your microphone. I hear somebody's microphone. Thank you. Noah, you have to turn off your microphone. Okay, science. Guys, don't touch the computer. Please don't touch your computer. Okay, it is recording. I don't want to hear your voices and voices from your house, and I don't want your picture to pop up. So don't touch your computers, okay? Open your science notebooks to page 9. Today is Tuesday, March 31st. Mrs. Klein, I am doing first and second grade science. March 31st, science. Yesterday we did page 8 in our workbooks. We did vocabulary words. Everybody should have written down your vocabulary words on a piece of paper. You can write it in your notebook somewhere. Your vocabulary words are engineer, substance, evidence, test, property, ingredients, mixture, record, and observe. Here are your words. These are your vocabulary words. You should have all written down these science vocabulary words. What?
I forgot vocabulary words.
Okay, shh. If you have not done this yet, you need to do this after class. Write down all of your vocabulary words somewhere so that you have them to study them, to read them over every night. Okay? Yes, I can send this to you. Can you guys turn off your microphones? I will send this to you. Let me go into my chat. Chat, okay. The recording has started. They're also listed in your assignments. Properties, observe, engineer, test, ingredients, mixture, evidence, substance. We're going to be using all these words during the science lesson. This is design goal. These are your vocabulary words. Write them out on paper. Write them out on a piece of paper and keep with your notebook. Science notebook. Okay. So these are the vocabulary words. We are doing properties of materials. Oh no. Come on. Don't do that, please. Do not interrupt my lesson by putting on your microphone. You can go into the chat on the side of your paper. Go into your chat. It says hide conversation. That's the chat button. Okay, so we are going to do an experiment. On page 9 it says observing dry mystery glues. We are going to observe our dry mystery glues because we already did the gluing in class. I will show you the experiment that we did. We did the gluing in class. It's over here. We used Elmer's glue, we used white Elmer's glue, and we used, this was the Elmer's glue, and this was foam glue. This is a different type of glue called foam glue. And we had different properties of the glues, and we had different uses for the glues. And on page 8 in your book that you should have sent to me already, it says, what do glue engineers do? So you should have written something along the lines of a glue engineer designs a specific glue for a specific purpose. Maribel, you gotta turn off you have to turn off your voice, okay. So on page 8, you should have written down, what do glue engineers do? So let's think about that. What does a glue engineer do? They design a glue that helps to solve a problem. So if you needed a glue that was strong enough to hold a bench together, you'd have to design your glue. What use do you need it for? What properties is it going to have? What goals do you want for your glue? What kind of, what would you need to do to design a new glue? What were you gluing? What will you be using it to glue? So on page 8, you should have something along the lines of, what does a glue engineer do? Designs. One of our vocabulary words is to design a goal, a design goal. Then, and we have properties. Then we're going to test the glue. And we're going to observe what it does. We're going to have a mixture. We're going to have evidence, because we're going to test it and have evidence. And we're going to have different substances that we're going to test. So it's very important that you guys have these vocabulary words written out in front of you. Okay. Rebecca I put designs glue to solve a problem.
Turn your microphone on. You have it on.
Okay.
Now. Okay, now.
Okay, sorry. So you're going to use your vocabulary words. You should make sure you all have these words in front of you when you're doing science, because you're going to use these words to answer your science work. So Rebecca used the word design glue in her answer. Glue engineer designs glue to solve a problem. So we did this experiment in class with the 2 different glues. Now on page 9, today on page 9, we are going to write down, we're going to observe the dry glue, and we're going to record our observations. So we're going to add to our vocabulary words, we're going to add record, and we have observe or observations. We're going to test and record. So what we did was we did a test. Now we're going to observe what happened. So you know what? It says predict what will happen to the beans stuck to the glue. I actually have beans. Okay. I'm actually going to glue, it says to glue the bean onto the paper. Now, who thinks that this clear glue, this Elmer's washable clear glue, is going to stick the bean onto the paper, that the bean will not fall off? Who thinks the bean is going to stick? So I'm going to use the glue. I open the glue and I'm going to glue on a bean onto the paper. So remember, this bean was the clear Elmer's glue. And as you can see, the glue goes on kind of like a shiny substance. And so far, the bean is sticking to it. So let's let it dry for a minute. And I don't have the foam glue, but I have Gorilla Glue. So let's stick this Gorilla Glue. I have a different glue, Gorilla Glue. This is really strong glue. The Elmer's is washable school glue. This is on the foam glue paper. I'm going to stick on a drop of Gorilla Glue. We're going to put a small drop of Gorilla Glue. Rebecca thinks it's going to work. You think so? Okay, I'm putting on a drop of Gorilla Glue. Let's see if that sticks on. And then we're going to write down what happened. Okay. So let's see what happens. I put a tiny little drop of Gorilla Glue on the paper, and look, there's no shiny stuff. I put a tiny drop under the bean and it seems to be sticking. Now let's go back to Elmer's glue. Gonna shake it. Did the bean fall off? Did the bean fall off? What? Yes, I'm doing the page right now. Just watch the experiment. Yes, yes, yes. Rebecca says yes, it's going to work. Ready? This is the clear glue. And this is Gorilla Glue. So I didn't put a lot of the Gorilla Glue, just a little dot. Let's see if it sticks. So does the clear glue hold the bean on? Yes, it did. Let's see if the Gorilla Glue, a little tiny drop of Gorilla Glue, is going to hold the bean on. Yes, it did. So now what you do is you go to page 9 and you fill in your answers on page 9. So page 9 says, this is page 9 in your workbook, science workbook. Predict what will happen to the bean stuck to mystery glue A and mystery glue B. Circle your predictions. So I'm going to add that word to our vocabulary words. Predict. predict and predictions. We're going to put, before I stuck the glue on, Rebecca made a prediction. Rebecca said the bean will stick, the bean will not fall off. So for glue A and B, Rebecca said, yes, the bean will stick A and the bean will stick on B. So Rebecca, you're going to circle the bean will stick, the bean will stick. So if you thought that the bean will stick on with both glues, circle the bean will stick. On the chart, you're going to circle the bean will stick or the bean will fall off, whichever one you're predicting. So circle your answer, and then I'm going to circle that the bean will stick. Then I shook each card and then circle what happens. The bean stuck. The bean stuck. Right? Both of our beans stuck. We used really good glue on both of our experiments. So the bean stuck, the bean stuck. That's what actually happened. We made a prediction, we took a guess, and then what actually happened was that the bean stuck. Part 2, glue properties. Use your senses to observe the properties of each dried glue. Record the properties here. So, mystery glue A and mystery glue B. You're going to record the properties. No, Rebecca, you're funny. So, what is a property of the glue? Use your 5 senses. So part 2, you're going to use your eyes. What do your eyes see? Well, one glue was clear and the Gorilla Glue was brown. They both were strong, right? They both were strong. Yes. Yes. Fill in page 9. Classwork today is page 9. Lesson 1.4, activity 3. We are doing an experiment with glue. Now we're doing the properties. We already did the predictions on the top of page 9. We did the predictions and we did what actually happened. Now we are writing about the properties of the glue. That means you're going to use your senses to discover the properties of the glue. So, both glues were strong. One glue was clear, the other glue was brown. What are some other properties? Well, I can tell you that they did not have a smell. No smell. No smell, no smell. No smell, no smell. So I use my eyes to see the color. They both dried clear. Oh, wait, I'm wrong. Actually, you know what? The regular Elmer's glue dried clear, but the clear glue actually dried shiny. And the brown Gorilla Glue actually kind of dried like yellow. So you can write that the Elmer's glue, the clear glue, clear Elmer's, and this was the Gorilla Glue. The clear Elmer's glue dried shiny. And the brown Gorilla glue dried like kind of yellow, like a light brown. So we're going to use our eyes. We see it, describe it with what we see, describing the smell. We're not tasting it. Remember our guidelines for safety doing these experiments. We're not tasting anything. This doesn't make any sound. And to touch it, they both felt sticky. So they both felt sticky to the touch. So that is page 9. That is page 9 in your book. So you fill in those properties on the bottom of page 9. Fill in page 9. One second. Just wait for me to give you instructions, please, without interrupting. Let's see. So everybody send me page 9 if you didn't do so yet. So that will be, I'm going to add that to your homework for tonight is going to be finish page 9 and send to me. And I want to see your vocabulary words. Maribel, you have to wait. So that will be your homework. Read the question. Okay, so page 10, providing evidence, mystery glues A and B. Directions, read the question below, then circle a claim. Number 3, record your evidence on the lines. Okay, now let's go on to page 10. Ready? Let's do page 10. We're gonna finishing page 9 and 10 and send to me as your homework and your vocabulary words. Same homework as last night. And I might be emailing you a quiz, science quiz. I'm not sure. Finish page 9 and 10 and write out your vocabulary words. So on page 10, let's go over it quickly. Page 10, lesson 4.1. Okay, everyone turn to page 10. Yes, is everyone on page 10? Okay. Rebecca, that's a good question. She said, why is the Gorilla Glue brown? Well, the Gorilla Glue has different properties. It has different ingredients. That's why it is, different colors. Because glues have different properties. I have clear glue, I have white glue, I have brown glue. It's different properties of materials. You know, like the title of our chapter is Properties of Materials. They have different properties of materials. Different ingredients, different mixture, different substance. They have different design goals. So on page 10, page 9 and 10. We just did page 9, now I'm doing page 10.
Are you on page 10?
Yes, page 10. Page 10. It says, providing evidence, mystery glues A and B. Directions, read the questions, circle the claim, record your evidence. So, question is, glue A the same substance as glue B? Is glue A the same substance as glue B? What do you think? Nope, because they have different properties, right? Rebecca already said they have different colors. Okay, so, question, is glue A the same as substance as glue B? No. Right, N-O. Right, N-O. Claim, circle 1. Yes, glue A and B are the same substance. No, glue A and B are different substances. Circle no. They are not the same substance. How do we know? How do you know? What is your evidence? So on the bottom of the paper it says, how do you know? What is your evidence? Well, our evidence is just what we just explained, right? It has different color. Different color. Different different substance. You're going to use your vocabulary words. It has different ingredients. That's why I want your vocabulary words in front of you when you do science. You're going to write different ingredients, different properties, different mixture, different substance. It also has a different design goal. The Gorilla Glue is for gluing like wood benches together and really, really strong stuff. And the clear Elmer's glue is for classwork. It's for arts and crafts. It's for gluing on feathers and arts and crafts stuff. So finish page 9 and 10 and scan it to me. And that's lesson 1.4. So Wednesday we're going on to this. Yes, Wednesday. So that was 9 and 10. Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I'm closing this video out. That's the end of science, first and second grade science on March 31st, Tuesday, March 31st. Homework is to make sure you have your vocabulary words written out in front of you, ready for class, and finishing page 9 and 10 and scanning them to me. Thank you. See you tomorrow.